In this video, we're going to get a little bit deeper into matrix operations, and we're going to talk a little more in closer detail about what a matrix is, how it's arranged, how it's organized, and how we combine them. This is our second learning target. I can perform basic operations on matrices. So matrices have different dimensions. We've only really talked about the matrices that have the same dimensions as a system of equations, but matrices can have all kinds of different dimensions. You can have 2 by 2. You can even have 6 by 1 or 3 by 3. Make sure you are always doing rows by columns. The first number is the rows and the second number is the columns. That's how we name the dimensions of a matrix. One of the operations we can do on matrices is addition. We can add and subtract matrices only if they have the same dimensions. The sum matrix will also have those same dimensions. So we add the numbers that are in the same locations. 1 plus -1. 8 plus 0. 2 plus 5. And -3 plus 6. I end up with a matrix that is also 2 by 2, but it has 0, 8, 7, and 3. Subtraction works the same way. The only thing we need to make sure is to pay close attention to negatives as we're subtracting. 4 minus 1 is 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. 0 minus -5 is +5. 1 minus 6 is -5. 4 minus 4 is 0. And -2 minus 4 is -6. We can do multiplication by using what's called a scalar. A scalar is a number that's being multiplied to all the numbers inside the matrix. It is as simple as taking that 4 and multiplying it to the 1, the -2, the -3, the 8, the 2, and the 5. I come out with 4, -8, -12, 32, 8, and 20. Very simple. Just multiply the scalar in front of the matrix to all the numbers inside. Now it's time to try to combine these different operations to combine two matrices. We follow order of operations, so that means we need to do the multiplication of the scalars first. I come up with -28, -4, +12, and +24. Add this to a 3 times -4 is -12, 3 times 0 is 0, 27, and 6. Now I can add these matrices together. I end with -40, -4, 39, and 30. So do the scalar multiplication first and then the addition. In this problem, we have some missing pieces within the matrix. The operation is the clue to how we figure out what the y and the x is. So notice that in this problem, we are using addition. So I want to figure out what the x is first. The x is in the bottom right corner. So is the 7, and so is the 4. So that means I need to figure out what 4 plus 7 is equal to figure out the x. So my x is equal to 11. To figure out the y, 3y plus 2 is equal to -1 because 3y2 and -1 are all in the top right corner. 3y plus 2 equals -1. Start to solve this problem, and I end up with a y of -1. Knowing the location and how those operations work together to create the new numbers helps you figure out what missing parts of matrices are as well. Okay, that's it. Make sure you answer the questions after this video. If you have any immediate questions, text me or write them down and bring them in the class. Make sure you hit the submit button after answering your question so I have record of you watching the video.